Welcome back, everybody, to the New York Giants Madden 22 franchise rebuild, where I've had a really good time with our newest season, and I hadn't realized that we've actually at least watched part of every game so far this year. And the intention isn't to keep it that way, but it just felt like there was a good reason to go through every single one of these games, with the opening day matchup, of course, against Tampa Bay, and then division games against Dallas and Washington. And then we have these scenarios kicking off. We have the Teron Armstead retirement storyline possibly playing out. So my approach with these series has always been to just play it by ear, and whatever I feel is right for that episode, we're going to do. And that theme is going to continue here, as we will likely not be fully simulating anything. We have a 6-2 matchup here against Cincinnati. We're not going to watch the whole thing, but we will again get to Philadelphia, and hopefully we actually have a winner in this game after back-to-back ties on the doubleheader day earlier this week, ending with a tie against Philly, 21-21. I mean, ties are terrible as it is. I think it's even worse when it's in division, but it does make the tie-breaking scenario a bit easier going into our next game. We'll have a definitive advantage for one of these teams, either way, unless we somehow tie again, which would be comical enough. I've been doing these series now for almost 4 years, and I've been editing my offensive playbooks this entire time, but for the first time, I wanted to work on a defensive game plan and start to fix some of the tendencies I didn't like. Unfortunately, for defensive playbooks, you do not have the same level of control as you do on offense, because you don't have like first down defense, third and short, red zone defense, and you really need to. And this is just simply not descriptive enough to really set up a game plan. Therefore, all I've done is take out the 3-man rushes that I don't like, add a couple of coverages that I do like, but ultimately, situation normal, situation nickel, situation dime, what does any of this even mean? At least like bunch, empty, overload, trips, that stuff makes sense. But because it's not situational enough, I don't think there's a lot of value in me messing with this. I also saw feedback on the auto subs, and we had a play in the last game with 3 tight ends and a fullback, and that was just because of a formation we were in, and then stayed no huddle but changed the play entirely. So I have reverted changes, and here's what I have right now for auto subs. I'm not doing it super aggressively because I don't want to have a game where Saquon Barkley just like disappears and gets very little workload and it's just a mess. Same thing at receiver. I don't want to be in a key situation and relying on like a tight end filling in alongside the undrafted receiver. So I do it very slowly so I don't have to overcorrect and then find the sweet spot. It's a bit slower, but it avoids that headache at least. I wanted to simulate most of this game and see if it's interesting at the end, and I like these uniforms for Cincinnati. I actually really like these. But the Bengals have a really good passing game in this series. Joe Burrow develops really well. They have 3 receivers at 89 overall. And one of my big concerns with the team right now is just not trusting the defense. I feel like we have good talent, but I don't want to say our defense is actually all that good. We're giving up way too many big passing days, high completion percentages, not making enough plays there, and this is the exact kind of matchup that I think exposes that weakness. So let's sim to the second half, see where we stand here in this game. And Cincinnati puts up points in a split second, it seems, but we do respond, scoring 10 unanswered later in the first quarter. And Bengals take the lead. We're trading the lead here in the second quarter. Looks like it's a pretty good game. Let's go to the fourth and see where we are. 24-14, Giants in front. Rushing touchdowns for Brian Petrovsky and fullback Nelson Galloway have helped us build up a 2-score lead. And we have the football right now. at our own 27-yard line, and we'll keep it on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley with a good run. Want to kill that clock here in the fourth quarter. This looks like a nice, surprising game. The defense hasn't done badly at all. We've already ran close to 60 plays. Got to be winning time of possession, I think, by a good margin. And now Barkley's going down. Nowhere to go that time. We're throwing now on third down. Petrovsky under pressure. He lost the football, and we somehow keep possession. Way too close for comfort. Cincinnati had a couple chances there, but they are going to get the ball back regardless. And the difference is they didn't recover the fumble, and A.J. Cole pinned them at the 1. A long way to go for Joe Burrow, who will just get some cheap yardage here in the flats to get that breathing room. But they've only attempted 16 passes so far. Got to be happy with this play by the defense, but still got to close the game out. They'll try to run it now, and not much there. It's Bradbury stopping Savon Ahmed. 3rd and 6 now, and they still run it and get the conversion. Wow, you'd love to make them pay for that decision there, but defense couldn't make the play. Remember, at linebacker, we still have Jason Quinton getting a lot of snaps. And that should continue as the catch is made. And breaking a tackle out to the 35 is Savon Ahmed. Here's Joe Burrow quickly under pressure as he dumps it over the middle. The ball is punched out and the Giants will take over. Quinton recovers and we'll have it at the Cincinnati 40-yard line. They got the quick hitter over the middle, and it was a pretty good drive up until this point. Let's see who punched this out. And once again, it's Savon Ahmed. He's had the ball every time on this drive, and it's Xavier McKinney. I'm not sure Cincinnati has room for that error. As we take over up 10, Petrovsky finds his way outside and slides ahead toward a first down. 51 yards rushing today. Barkley inside. He gets the conversion, and that is a gain of 6. And hey, why not make it a 100-yard day? He's almost there. Handoff Barkley. He's got the opening. Bursts through. He picks up the first down. He's over 100 yards. And now Ray-Sean Graham is shaken up on the play. Hopefully that is nothing serious. Kadarius Toney takes his place right now at the 15. And it's Barkley with a stiff arm. And gaining 7. One more score should do it here from the 8. Petrovsky, Barkley, he turns up and scores the touchdown. A dominant showing on the road with New York looking to get win number 5. (31-21) is your final. A really solid win. I didn't see us winning quite like this, but I think it further shows that this is a really good team, and I think it's the best version of the Giants we've put together to this point. There wasn't a lot of pass production in this game. 4 touchdowns, though. The yardage was just a bit down. We ran the football really well. We tend to do well if we can establish that running game. And I'm shocked out of these 3 receivers that nobody had like a huge yardage game. T. Higgins scored twice, probably both red zone touchdowns, but we can handle that. The entire offense gets a boost with the scenario win. We didn't turn the football over a bunch. We had 1 interception, and that will give us a morale boost going into a big game against Philadelphia yet again. So let's sim to week 10 and check out the standings now. And it's getting a little bit clearer, I guess, with Washington below 500, the only team in the division. Otherwise, everybody is still in it. And of course, this matchup today will go a long way towards finding out who's winning this division. And with it being week 10, I wanted to take a look at negotiating now with tight end Juwan Johnson, who's put together an outstanding couple of years. We obviously want to keep him here, and 4 years, $18 million seems like lower than he should be asking. I'll make this a $19 million offer overall, 4 years, and he will sign. And I think that we're going to get a lot of productive years out of him. We know what he can do as a receiver. His blocking archetype is only a 39, but he's a mismatch for defenses. They can't figure out how to stop him, and we're going to continue to expose that. We'll wait on a lot of other players, and Azeez Ojulari still looking at 75/5. That's a really high demand, but playing a premium position. Doesn't appear that Rashawn Graham's injury was serious, but we'll again go with a physical upgrade for him. I just want him to be more consistent on plays down the field. Meanwhile, with Kadarius Toney, I just want him to get open, because I know as long as you can get the ball in his hands, he has the run after catch skills to be very special, and I need to see more of that if we're to extend him. Overall, I think Toney's the kind of player who's really easy to produce with if you're playing Madden traditionally, but here in my rebuild style, I feel like that skill set doesn't always get taken advantage of by the CPU gameplay. They don't juke and spin and really do the dynamic stuff like that, like a user would. We've dealt with some injuries this year, but we're getting healthier now, and returning is going to be Eric Kendricks, and I do want him to play here as our coverage struggled against Philadelphia last time, so I do want to play the veteran linebacker here, 89 awareness, take away some of those throws, and we'll certainly have a different game plan for playing against Jalen Hurts this time around. I'm going to go with the short pass defense here. Hurts doesn't have the strongest arm or best downfield accuracy, so I want to take away the high percentage stuff as much as possible. And I think that overall we can handle their receivers downfield one-on-one. And as far as the offense goes, I think I'll go with the throw at medium here. I like the boost for release and catching traffic, and a lot of that will make it easier to throw it deep. Tyler Beltran is going to miss this game. He usually gets a fair amount of snaps. He's going to miss with turf toe. Quincy Roche is also out, so we're suddenly a little thin this week at edge rusher. We need our starters to hopefully stay healthy today. One more thing I want to check on. I know we're going to have some developments revealed. We're not going to know Towns for a while. It's probably star dev. But on defense, we're getting closer for Quandre Holt, who returns today from injury. And he'll be definitely getting on the field. I just want to see how far away he is. And he needs most of the rest of the year, I'd have to say. And then Jason Quinton. We can upgrade him. We'll go field general. All of that into 2 ratings. I kind of like it. And 3 snaps away. With Kendricks back, though, I don't necessarily want Quinton to play a lot less. I don't know if I want him as a coverage linebacker in this matchup. Just knowing how the Philly game played out, I think I'll have him play alongside Kendricks. Or actually, we don't need Kendricks necessarily in the base, but he needs to be on the field. We are not going to tie this game. Not today. And hopefully with a better focus for how this Philly team plays on offense, we can come away with the win, have a much better defensive game. There's no reason that we should play well against Cincinnati, but struggle to cover and slow down the passing offense of Philadelphia. We're going to begin this one at the 25. Philadelphia's on offense. So we'll see how this defense fares early on, as they do get tricky to start the game, and it's Jamal Rowland losing a few. I kind of like that, starting the game with a play like that. I like it even more when it doesn't work against us. 2nd down and 13, and it's a screen. They got it out to Miles Sanders, and welcome back to Eric Kendricks, as Lloyd Cushenberry is shaken up on the play. Start the day with a 3 and out. Let's go. We send 4 at Hurts. Pressure getting through. Pass hauled in. And we bend without breaking. pressure, by the way, applied by Quandre Holt. Very happy to have him back. He's still going to be a rush defensive tackle, and that's his main role, is just pass rushing. And we'll take over now, as we do have a new returner as well. Just to get him some playing time, it's Gordon Bright, the running back we signed off of the Chicago practice squad. All right, Brian Petrovsky stands out of the shotgun as we take over. And we start with play action. Petrovsky airing it out. He's got a man. It's Tony in Philly territory, and he's brought down at the 28. A fast start. Almost 50 yards on that connection. Next opportunity, we're upgrading his deep accuracy, hopefully with a strong arm upgrade. Flushed outside, up the field, and sliding down, a gain of 4. Now on the read option keeper, Petrovsky is brought down on the second attempt. Interesting. I've noticed on the read options we have called, it hasn't been, like, giving us clear running options. Like, there doesn't seem to be a lot of room. 3rd and 3, and the pass hauled in. Johnson inside the 5, celebrating that new contract. And who do we go to now? We're in the red zone trying to score first. Galloway checks in, and we pitch it out. Saquon Barkley, he's going to dive into the end zone, and the Giants strike first with Mike Stallworth shaken up on the play. Philadelphia really liked to get the ball in the hands of Miles Sanders in that last matchup, and I know he scored 9 rushing touchdowns this season. He and Barkley were the only players to score touchdowns in the previous matchup. Looks like that is still holding true into game 2, as Hurts has to throw it away, and we had pretty good coverage down the field. 3rd and 8 for Jalen Hurts, and he'll dump it off, shy of the marker again, and the stop is made. But now Dexter Lawrence is shaken up on the play. Already 2 3-and-outs forced by the New York defense. And we take over at the 9. We'll open this drive with a play fake. Petrovsky just wants to run it, and he does have some room. He's ahead to the 17. I have seen some feedback, by the way, to make sure that Thomas is always in the slot, and he is if we go 3 wide. He's been our starting slot from the moment we traded for him, but we do go with 2 receiver sets a lot, so you will see him outside plenty in this game. 3rd and 1 now. Petrovsky got it there. Rashawn Graham keeps the drive moving. Thomas slot left, Johnson slot right. Here's 2nd down on the outside, and the catch is made. There is Tony. On 2nd down, a play fake to Barkley, and a shot downfield with Tony open. He's got it. Touchdown! Like I said, the game plan today gives you plenty of benefits if you want to go down the field. If you can win with release, you can be a good deep possession receiver without speed. Well, we know Tony does have the speed, so let's check this out. How does he win? Just speed separation, really. It wasn't like bad press coverage, but the corner puts himself into a position where it becomes a foot race, and I don't think you want that against Kadarius Toney. I do want to say, though, I wish that I could edit the game plan more in depth for the defense, because there is a significant lack of man coverage in the entire scheme. But when you have good corners, I think you have to mix some of that in. And in certain situations, I want to run some man-to-man, like 3rd and short, man blitzes. I love that. You can force a bunch of quick one-read throws, and if you have good corners, you can contest those, and you can make big plays. Now, we just lost Azeez Ojulari on that last play, and judging by that scene, I'm not sure actually if that's significant. I know I usually look to see if they go into the locker room. I feel like I haven't been doing that much in this game at all, checking those scenes. Man, Otis Springs is shaken up. Some games, players just keep getting hurt. It happens. 2nd and 7, Miles Sanders. He doesn't have much here. 3rd and 6, we bring Peppers, who's picked up, and Hurts has a man all by himself. Nobody within 15 yards of Dallas Goedert. 35 yards on that connection. Hurts has time, steps through, he's running for it inside the 10. And with all these injuries, especially, you know, at edge rusher, one of our linebackers, the last thing I want is to not be able to contain Jalen Hurts. As Sanders runs them inside the 5. Offset eye, 3rd and goal. What does Jalen Hurts do? They trust him to throw, and he finds the open man. Touchdown, Dallas Goedert. Philly with much needed points to cut the lead in half. Moving ahead, Giants at midfield. We just had a couple first downs by Tony and Graham. We're going play fake again. This one is way off the mark, and Thomas was all by himself. I'm getting excited, though, every time we go play action. There are so many opportunities. Petrovsky now away from pressure. He's going to find some daylight, but gets tripped up. Good tackle. 3rd and 6 for Brian Petrovsky as Philly brings pressure. The pass is broken up. He wanted Jawan Johnson. Philly finally has a stop. A.J. Cole with less than his best work on that punt. Philly trying to build upon their scoring drive. Azeez Ojulari is in the game, and that pass is knocked down. Darnay Holmes almost had himself a pick right there. Here's Hurts on 2nd down, pressured and off the mark. That's more like it. 2 incompletions to start the drive. Tough 3rd down now. This is where I'd like to maybe bring some pressure, but we're going to drop 7. Hurts heaves it. Single coverage downfield, and the catch is made. He got it over Bradbury, and it's Devontae Smith. "42 yards over our best defensive player. Philly already in business now, but we have shut down the running game even without a game plan focus. I want you to pay attention here right in the middle to Quandre Holt. He's been getting penetration almost every rush. Pass caught, though, at the sticks. Split a double team there. It just didn't happen quick enough. Philly goes I formation, and that is not going to help out, even with a fullback lead for Gus Edwards. We're making them very one-dimensional. Hurts on 2nd down. We'll drop it over the middle for a first, and there's Hilliard, who gave us all kinds of problems in the first matchup. It is 1st and goal, Philadelphia. Here's Hurts to throw, and again between the zones, they have a touchdown. Hilliard scores. Really nice recovery here by Philadelphia. 2 straight touchdown drives. We're in for another really good game. I love how good the games have been this year. Been so much fun to go through episodes. By the way, if I sound a little bit different today, my throat giving me a little bit of issues, so I'm not, maybe not at full strength here, but definitely can do some commentary, and I'm still having a good time with it here. 5.5 to go in the second quarter. And Brian Petrovsky's got time to scan. He wants to run, has to break a tackle, and he's sacked by Cole Holcomb. On 3rd and 12, Petrovsky with a long way to go, and he's trying to get it here, and it's caught! Tony! Strong hands, incredible balance until he's down at the 26. How about that play? We had the Rayshawn Graham episode not long ago. This is quickly becoming the Kadarius Toney show. He's at 182 yards. That is incredible. What else can he do? 2nd and 10 for Petrovsky. Caught. Thomas down to the 11. It's been actually really interesting to see how in games where Thomas isn't that active, we're actually doing just fine because other receivers are doing a great job. 11 yards out as we go empty. Petrovsky to the end zone. Touchdown, Juwan Johnson. 2nd touchdown pass for Petrovsky, and the Giants are back in front. If I can remember to, I'd like to see his yardage per game this season. I'd love to see Juwan Johnson just break off like 1,200 yards receiving this year, which would undoubtedly get him up to at least superstar dev and make his contract look about half of what it should. 2.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Eagles have 2 straight touchdowns, but no thanks to their running game. Only sending 3. I thought I removed every one of those. I guess not. It's a good pickup, though, as they tend to be. You can't give quarterbacks time and expect good results. 2nd and 1, Sanders. It was supposed to be a screen, but there weren't any blockers in front, so call it something else. 3rd and inches for Jalen Hurts. There's pressure. He fires long, and it's intercepted. What a play! Adoree Jackson. That was spectacular. Maybe he should be playing some receiver. I mean, this is unbelievable. All right, let's add on to the lead before half. Petrovsky starts with Rayshawn Graham and a gain of 13 yards. 252 right now for Petrovsky. Now, I know we had that really big start in an episode with Thomas, but whoever we faced couldn't keep the pressure on us. This game could actually have some incredible yardage totals as the pass is overthrown for Ruben Knight. But Philly's going to keep this game close, I feel. And Tony's already at 180 receiving. Now a catch for Graham inside of the 45. Philly's spending timeouts, or was that us? That would be us with 59 seconds. The screen for Ruben Knight. He's been taking a lot of snaps. I did bump up the running back auto sub by 1 fatigue, but he's playing an awful lot on this drive. Now I'm concerned about Saquon Barkley. 2nd and 7, and not escaping. He's sacked. We still got 20 seconds here, but getting tougher to score a touchdown. Petrovsky fires. He wants 6. He won't get it on the pass for Thomas. But now we'll try a 60-yard field goal, and we'll be in trouble if we miss. But hey, we have Justin Tucker, and he missed it. Unfortunate. And Philadelphia can run one play to get in range for something, and they just might attempt a 60-yarder here. But I don't think they can hit it from this distance. I think their kicker, Josh Lambo, right? Doesn't have the strongest leg here. But they are going to try the kick. To end the first half, oh, and this is also going to screw up halftime, isn't it? When there's a missed field goal at the end of the half, you don't have a second half kickoff. So somebody's starting at midfield. This time it happens to be us. But last time it was Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley is in. Good to see. I don't know why Knight played so much. in the second quarter, but I guess the fatigue is something to pay attention to. Away team fatigues faster. And we've had the momentum this entire time, so I don't think they did anything special to our fatigue. But it's been a really quiet game for Saquon Barkley. Petrovsky continues to put on a show, and now he's sacked by Fletcher Cox. On 3rd and 15, Petrovsky outside the pocket. He wants it all, and this one is broken up with Tony covered well in the end zone. Let's bring out Justin Tucker for another try at 60. No good. I was following the shadow there, and it looked good initially, but it drifted wide left. I really don't like Madden's field goal logic. They just want to attempt anything. And now the Eagles take over. Short field. Not much there on the run for Sanders. Here's Hurts on 2nd and 11. Good play underneath. And it's Devontae Smith for a first down. So Hurts, 16 for 20. Still the high completion percentage. They've had a couple really good drives. And have a good start to this one. We bring 4 on 2nd down, and that's a good play. Hurts under pressure, Hilliard in traffic. Those are the ones that are kind of frustrating, but at least you were close. They'll try a first down run, but it just doesn't seem like they can run the ball at all on us. Hurts continues to beat the pressure, and it's Sanders out of the backfield. We don't have a sack in this game, but we have a ton of pressures. Here's Hurts on 2nd down. Again pressured, but he finds the open receiver every time. Their scheme just matches up well, I think, against our defense. 3rd and short. Do they trust Sanders? They probably should throw here. They will let Hurts make a play. He's going to run and have to throw it away. Nowhere for him to go. We have a 4-point game here in the 3rd quarter, and the Giants take over. Petrovsky, and there's Tony. I got to see him at least break 200. I know every time we get close to a record, I just hyper-focus on that player who doesn't seem to get the ball again for an hour. I just want 200, okay? You don't have to break a record today. 3rd and inches, we want to throw, and that probably wasn't a high percentage play, but it is a first down to Michael Thomas, who has 2 catches for 16 yards. 1st and 10. Open. There's Thomas. 2nd and 7. Petrovsky again finds Tony. How close is he to 200 now? Gotta show me the update here. 199. You gotta give him one more. And that's been the matchup against Stephon Gilmore, too. I just realized. Tony's doing this against a legit #1 corner. Granted, a corner that can't match his speed. So that's, you know, no surprise why he beat Gilmore on the deep ball. Petrovsky got out of the way, and the catch is made. Johnson to the 26. A play fake for Petrovsky. And a catch made by Michael Thomas for a gain of 10. Petrovsky's having a great drive, and we'll head into the 4th quarter with a 4-point lead. Really good game so far by New York, but we got to finish the job. We're going empty. And on 2nd down, working outside. Oh my! Lucky that wasn't picked off. That was not a good decision by Petrovsky. But we keep the football for 3rd and inches. Running off tackle. Barkley gets it done. Quick pass to Johnson. And he's brought down at the 7. This is a huge third down. Giants want a 2-score lead. Philly trying to keep it close. And we're going play fake, working left. The catch made by Barkley. He stopped just shy of the end zone. But you got to think he gets a chance here. We're spreading out the Philly defense. I feel this is going to Barkley. And on first down, he will run this in for a touchdown. We get our 2-score lead back. And now it's time for the defense to finish the job. Philadelphia still gonna run the football, and that is probably their best of the day. Off the fake, Hurts on second down, completes the pass, and it's been a really quiet day for Jamal Rowland. First and 10 for Hurts. Chased outside, he's going to outrun Pope. And he's got 5. Now Lawrence is hurt again. Now Hurts chased by Williams. He gets it away. That is out of bounds. Would have been ruled a catch with the old push-out rule. Or force-out rule. One of the worst ideas football's ever had. 3rd and 5. There you go. Holt's going to make the tackle, and it forces a 4th down. Philly needs it, too. Going empty. Hurts got it there. First down to the Giants 41. 6 minutes to go in the game. There's pressure and finally a sack of Jalen Hurts. And it's Golson. We know once we get to mid-season, we should start to expect a lot more from him. If his first 2 years are any indication. Now 4th and 13. Hurts has to go a long way. We have more pressure. He fires deep, and that is incomplete. And it was almost caught off the tip there. Wasn't quite immaculate reception, but would have been a very similar kind of play. The Giants have it again, trying to put the finishing touches on this one. Thomas gets a first down. Here's Petrovsky keeping. He gets a block as well and breaks out a stiff arm. 16 yards. Play fake. Watch out, Petrovsky. He's sacked by Burke. On 3rd down and 14, play fake and more pressure. Always worried about a potential sack fumble in these situations, but we avoid that. So we aren't going up by 3 scores. But Philadelphia won't have much time to get the 2 they need to force overtime again. And I think we could all do without overtime. Overall, I'm definitely much happier with how the defense has played today. They've shut down the running game entirely. They haven't forced a lot of incompletions, but what they have done is force tougher 3rd downs. Only 231 yards here for Jalen Hurts, and so many throws just shy of the sticks. And we've tackled well. There's pressure. He didn't get all of it here, and that is going to be incomplete. We got New Orleans trying to help us out down below as well. We'll see if they can finish the job there. They're down 3. Hurts hit again. Incomplete. We're getting more pressure as the game goes on. And this right here could put an end to it. Hurts spins left, fires complete, and Hilliard was able to stay in bounds. 1st and 10. Hurts connects. There goes Goddard down the sideline. Gain of 20. Can they score without using a timeout? There's 20 more, and that's Hilliard. Don't spend one here for no reason, Philadelphia. Hurts, open, Goddard, out of bounds. Could this become interesting after all? Philly's got to score first. Hurts, he doesn't know what to do, and he lost the football. The Giants have it, and we're going the other way. Azeez Ojulari. Oh, he's out of gas, but so's everyone else. Touchdown. What on earth was that? Hurts didn't know what he wanted to do. He just stood there kind of hesitating over and over again. So this is going to be a blowout win for New York. And we are claiming the top spot in the East. We played some stellar football in this episode, and major credit to the defense for holding Philadelphia and Cincinnati to the outputs they had today. I'm really happy with that. I think this is a very good team and should be complete enough to make a potential run. We put up some big numbers in the first half. Kadarius Toney had a career day. He ends with 199 yards. Couldn't quite get to 200. But certainly now the decision to sign him or not starts to get more difficult. Now, if you felt like this season has moved at a slow pace and you're not a huge fan of it, I do think that we're going to have some games to sim up coming. Now, the Panthers are 5-4, and you can make a case for any game being important, but certainly this is not a division opponent. This is not like a potential 1 seed in the AFC. So Carolina's probably a game to actually simulate. Maybe the Falcons game as well. We have division games coming up afterwards, and here is a look at the overall schedule, as we will conclude our division schedule soon and then enjoy the rest of our tour of the AFC North. But with where this division is, we certainly will need to watch more of the division action, and I imagine we'll watch probably the Cowboys game next episode. I could see us simming 2 games even, maybe 2.5 against Washington. But we are tied right now for not quite best record, actually, in the NFC. The Lions are in first place, but we've outscored them by 70 points. Cowboys have still outscored us. But we're 6-2-1, in great shape. Here is a look at the stats, and Brian Petrovsky is now at 19 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. He is doing a pretty good job taking care of the football, but I think he's gotten lucky in some of the recent episodes that he hasn't thrown more interceptions. That luck may run out if he keeps throwing passes like that. On the ground, Saquon Barkley, 4.4 yards a carry, having a good year overall, and a little bit off of last year's pace, but I still think he's doing a good job. At receiver, we now have a new player in second place. Kadarius Toney overtakes Juwan Johnson, whose average has been falling lately, as he hasn't put up the big game in a while. Still a better pace than last year. I hope he at least gets to 1,000 yards. On defense, here are the sack numbers. Dexter Lawrence is in first, and then Azeez Ojulari. 4 interceptions for James Bradbury. And there's one more thing I want to check out, as the development for Jason Quinton will be revealed. And that, everybody, is Superstar X Factor. Now, many of you figured this out from a hint in the upgrades. I saw that. You kind of spoiled it for me. I wouldn't have noticed that myself, but I wanted to not point it out until it was actually shown here. Jason Quinton has Superstar development, Superstar X Factor development, and he's going to be getting as many snaps as he can the rest of the way. I purposely didn't play him quite as much in this last game because of how important the game was, and I felt like I wanted our best coverage linebackers out there. But I know I want to get him plenty of coverage snaps because while his ratings aren't quite there yet, they've already made good progress in his rookie season, and he's going to be a really good 3-down player. With that, we have an entire starting defense, plus Quandre Holt and Kazir White, that has star dev or better. That's pretty special. That will also bring us to the end of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. The Giants are now 6-2-1, have a chance to be the 1 seed here in the conference. Please leave a like if you enjoyed today's video and subscribe to the channel. The Giants will be back again soon. Have a great day, everybody.